Hello, Steve White, Steve White 39. Well, we've got some news on the Star Trek film front. Now, a while ago there was talk of one of the Discovery writers, Kalinda Vasquez, putting together a project that JJ wanted to get made. And there was some talk about it happening, but then it sort of went nowhere. We didn't hear anything else. Then there was the announcement that in June 2023 there was going to be a Star Trek film release. So they put a Star Trek film in the calendar, but no one knew what it was or what it was about or anything about it. Now, what we found out now is that they've hired the director Matt Shakman, who just directed the whole WandaVision series and a few other things. And apparently he's in high demand, and he chose Star Trek over other projects, so I'm not sure what that indicates. They haven't done the whole he's a fan thing, which they normally do whenever someone is a fan, or they at least want them to think that they're competent to do a Star Trek film. The production is set to start next spring. We don't know much else except the screenwriters, and this is a little bit of a... the writing team of Geneva, Robertson-Dworet, and Linsay Barr. They wrote Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel wasn't that bad. It was more the publicity, the whole Brie Larson and all the things she said that really sort of caused that film to get the sort of negative fan reputation that it has. The film itself wasn't really bad, but it was just really average. There was nothing interesting or special about it. It was just sort of paint by numbers superhero film. It really was nothing special. And then when you look at the films that they've done, they've worked on... they're working on a Mask reboot. They're working on a Short Circuit reboot. They're working on another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. Another sequel to Pet Sematary, which was absolutely awful. And they've worked on Silver Sable, which is one of the Marvel films. So yeah, these people have no creativity, no talent. They can't write their own projects. They can't do their own films. They just rework other people's ideas and just reboot stuff, which really it takes no talent, no creativity. And have we seen a reboot that was as good or better than the original show or movie yet? I can't think of anything. It's not a good sign that these guys have written it. This guy as a director seems fine. I mean, directing, if it ain't on the page, it ain't on the stage. It's more about the screenplay and the idea than the actual direction, although a bad director can ruin a good script. But I'm not feeling very optimistic. I guess, I don't know, maybe the worst is it can be really, really mediocre, which I guess, I don't know. It's hard to get excited or anything with what's happening with Star Trek now. And there were a lot of issues with Captain Marvel, more with the promotion than anything else, but that sort of was part and parcel of the whole sort of attitude and intention of the whole film. So whether we're going to get the same sort of Star Trek, Captain Marvel, Star Trek, I don't know. Now the other talk was that this may be done for the Kelvin film actors, because there was some talk, there was a tweet that implied that the film could be for the Chris Pine crew, which would sort of be nice to see the Kelvin timeline continue rather than reboot it again so soon, or just some generic starship out in space or something. But at the same time, without Anton Yelchin and as they all are aging, and I kind of feel like that trilogy was nicest to leave it as it was. So yeah, I'm really not sure about this, but it's interesting to get more news, but whether or not this is really going to happen, or whether or not, because they've hired a couple of directors for the other films that didn't happen. They hired a couple of writers for projects that didn't happen. So just because they've hired a couple of people doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. The only thing different this time than all the other times they proposed a Star Trek film that didn't happen was they've actually got a date in the calendar. But we all know how quickly they can change. So I don't know if this is really going to happen, and I'm not really sure how to take any of it, because I can't see anything really positive about it. There's nothing jumping out as really a worry because, like I said, Captain Marvel wasn't a bad film. The writing wasn't bad. It was just really average. There was nothing special about it. That was all the publicity that made that the problematic film that it kind of is now, as far as like the whole fan sort of scene is concerned. But yeah, writers, script, director, date, it might happen. I just hope it's worth it, because I'm not feeling very optimistic with this current sort of batch of people that are in charge of Star Trek. Emma Watts, who knows, she's sort of new to it. She's supposed to come in and fix it all up and shake it all up. She seemed to end all the other planned films and put this one into motion. But what is it? I mean, is it going to, does she know what she's doing? I guess we'll find out. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Bye.